Hey guys, welcome back to Geometry Dash. Hopefully we can do better. Just better. This is all I want to do. It's all I want to do. What was that? All I want to do is be better. Instantly fails on like the third jump. Might have actually been the second. That does not bode well for the future. Oh well. I'm not feeling much worse than I've been feeling recently, which is good. Good, but I'm a bit more sniffly, so if you hear lots of nasal sniffles and it sounds horrible, I apologize, but you're gonna have to deal with it. I'm sorry if that comes across as rude, but at the end of the day, my nose is not the happiest place right now. Like, it's pretty much like a volcano. It could erupt at any moment, but less gross. Because, like, volcanoes aren't gross, but it sounds pretty gross how I phrased it. To be like a volcano, and like it could do that at any moment. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing there. I sort of got really lucky and was like, I can't remember what's coming next. And then it hit me like a moving truck. And now I'm scared again. Like, I remembered-ish what I had to do. And I was scared of it up until that moment. But then when the moment arrived, my brain was like, I can't actually remember what's happening. I was lying to myself. God damn it. I want to move that leg. That leg was caught on the desk because there's a really annoying partition. Because this desk, I guess, isn't like really meant to be sat at, and is meant more for, like, you can sit at it, and it's got a little bit that you can pull out from like the middle of it, and it's quite nice. That's why I keep my microphone. It lives there, and when I need to use the microphone, it just like, microphone, come to me, and then I give myself the microphone. But when the microphone isn't being used, it just sits in there and is out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. It's nice. But there's this really annoying bit I really want to get rid of this, from this desk. That's like, if I want to sit central to the desk, it basically sits right between my freaking legs. Like, who designed that? Like, if I don't sit quite as close to the desk, then it's not an issue. But then it requires not being close to the desk. And then you can cause issues, because, you know, it's a computer on the desk. It's a keyboard and mouse on the desk. I sort of need to be close to the desk. So my feet go in the under part of the desk. I've said desk so many times it now has no meaning. But yeah, since my legs go in the bottom compartment, that was the worst death ever. But yeah, since it goes there, there's this bit where I can't put my legs. I have to separate my legs or put both my legs to one side of it. It's really annoying. I want to get rid of that. Just give me a saw and it will be gone. Trouble is then I'd need some more sandpaper because, you know, I'd like to then smooth it down so I don't just jab my foot on a shard of wood. That would be quite painful. Because it just splinters. Ooh, no one likes splinters. Especially in the toe. Because then every now and then it's like, okay, I think it's gone. Then you're just walking along. It's like, sharp, digging pain in my foot. And it's not a happy moment. It's not. It's not. Splinters are the worst. Like, they don't cause any pain. Apart from when you get the splinter. Or when you realize the splinter is still there. It just sits there. For no reason. For God knows how long. Just like, he thinks I've gone. Let's surprise him. I've got him. I got him. That's all splinters do. They're just trolls. They don't, well, like, I was gonna say they don't cause any major harm. They can if it gets infected. I've never had an infected splinter, thankfully. But, like, they can get infected. But I've never experienced one. But they just sit there for, like I said, God knows how long, and they just troll you. Just like, yep, I'm in your foot, you can't see me because I'm tiny and irritating. What you gonna do? well, I'm not really gonna do much, really, because, you know, I can't freaking see you. Just splinters are the worst. They're the troll injury. Because it's not like, oh, that'll just heal, it'll heal over. You can't put a plaster on it. Then again, one of my friends, like a year or two ago, to like cover up their thumb because it was painful, with a splinter in it, they put plaster on it, and we were just like, you're crazy. Apparently, I can just assume it was to cover like their hand or something, like cover their thumb so they don't put pressure on it. But then again, you're still covering the splinter. It was a moment of extreme confusion from us, but it's okay. The splinter is gone. The plaster was not there for long, but we did look at her like she was a bit crazy. Because, you know, you don't put a plaster on a splinter. You just don't. It's not a smart place to put a plaster. No offense to the friend. Friend is a beautiful person. Don't get jealous, Annie. But yeah, they put a plaster on a splinter. It was a very confusing moment. Like, just the thoughts going through my head, like, you don't put a plaster on a piece of wood sticking out of your thumb. Now, I know it's not quite as dramatic as I said, because the wood's not sticking out. If it was, just yank it, it's gone. It's like an episode of SpongeBob. You don't whack it in, you take it out. But still, you don't put plasters on splinters, kids. It probably won't go well for you, and if it goes well for you, it's probably not the plaster's fault. It's just probably not the plaster's fault. It's probably just the splinter came out after the thing came off, or just came out on its own, and it's a good time. I remember when I once got a splinter from a tree, because I'm a smart boy. Like when the Olympic torch was going past a village near me, and like it was just before school, and we went, and I was messing about with a bush. Not in that way. Jesus Christ. Not in that way. I just went up to the tree. So I can't call it a bush, or it'll just sound dirty and gross. But trees are dirty and gross. What I'm talking about. Like, things pee on trees and ugh, filth. But yeah, I went to the tree, and it was a spiky tree. It had spiky bits, and because I'm a smart boy, I decided, you know what, let's play with the tree. And got one of the spiky bits rammed into my thumb. I spent like half the day trying to get that thing out. Like, even while we were waiting for the Olympic torch to go past. And it's freaking cold while waiting for it, man. Britain is not a warm country. It's not what we're known for. We're not known for our warmth. So it was really cold since it was in the morning. I was stupid. I thought I clicked 4 at the floor. I don't know why I clicked 4 at the floor, but I thought I did, and I didn't, and I got dead. Oops. Yeah, throughout the entire time waiting for the dude face to go by, yeah, the person with the Olympic torch, and go, where's the Olympic torch? Now get me out of the cold weather. Take me to maths. But, well, yeah, while waiting for that, I was just trying to get the thorn out, and it was a painful experience. I think I got it out when I finally got back home, and we had tweezers. Because I don't think it was coming out. It was a stubborn little splinter. That's another reason why splinters are awful. Other injuries is like, oh, I got scratched by my cat. Okay. I've had plenty of those. I'm fine with it. It's just a bit of pain, depending on, like, what kind of cat did it. Basically, a good cat or a bad cat. So a bad cat tearing your legs off, and a good cat, oh, it was trying to play. Yeah, it depends from cat to cat. I've had a lot from angry cats, because our eldest cat is not the happiest. I wasn't being mean to him by any means. He's just a bit mean. One day he'll sit on your lap and be like, "Aw, cuddles." 1 minute, well then, oh my god, that was right. But yeah, 1 minute he'll be cuddling you. Next minute, just clawing at your ankles. It's like, what did I do to you? And if he's sitting on your lap, at night time, after he's had his food, he does not want to move. If you make him move, you are a bad human being, and he will hiss at you and try and whack you with his claws. He will not want to move. He's like, I've just eaten, I'm happy, I'm trying to sleep, leave me alone. What was I talking about before that? I was talking about splinters. And I was talking about the, like, not the distance, you idiot. The differences. The difference is, when you get clawed by a cat, yeah, I had no idea what to do there. Yeah, if you get clawed by a cat, there's a bit of pain, and it's done. And then it's sort of, if it bleeds, it'll scab over. Contact to it may hurt if you like accidentally knock it. May hurt for the next week or so, but then it'll be better. A splinter just sits there and just, you never know when, you just gotta go, ah, from the pain. Splinters suck. Who invented splinters? Well, somebody cutting down a tree, most likely. And that person I do not like, because they formed the first splinter, and then there's been an epidemic of splinters. Why have I spent the first 10 minutes of the episode talking about splinters? Sorry, I was laughing. Oh god, I suck. I'm laughing because I just spent 6 weeks talking about splinters. But still, splinters are annoying. But let's stop talking about splinters and start talking about the cat that I was talking about. He is a douche. He's our first kitty, we love him, but still, he's a douche. The amount of scars on my arms is ridiculous. You'll be like, Jesus Christ, what happened? Did you fall down the stairs and there was a nail poking out? No, I wrestled my cat because he can be a douche. He's mean. Like, he can be nice, like I said. He just prefers to be left alone, though. But when he comes to you, that's when you know, oh, I need to be nice to him, or I'm in trouble. None of our other cats are as vicious as him. Most of them, like, there's 3 of them. Well, actually, probably 4 of them, and we have 5 cats. So he's the odd one out here. The meanie douchey cat. But yeah, like, all of the others, they'll come and sit on you. Some of them in different ways. Like, the other male we have, he's just terrified of everything. Because the other day, here's a beautiful story about him. The other day, I was getting changed, came out the bathroom after doing my teeth, and I could just hear flapping of birds' wings from the kitchen. So I go into the kitchen, there's a freaking bird having an aneurysm with the ceiling. And I'm like, how the hell and why the hell are you here, you stupid creature? Because it didn't look like a cat had brought it in. It looked like it just flew in and was like, oh, I've made a mistake. This house has a lot of cats. Now the male, the eldest male, he was, oh, I need to focus now though. I focused and then I didn't focus and then I died. I'm an idiot. God damn it, I got through the hard bit. Yeah, I went to the kitchen, there's a bird having an aneurysm on the ceiling, and then there was 3 cats below him, and one sort of just sitting on the dividing line. You know those like metal bits that hold the carpet down? We had those, and he was just sitting by that like, I don't know what to do. But there was the 3 females beneath it, and they wanted blood. They wanted to eat the bird. They were just sitting beneath it, chasing it around. These cats normally will just attack each other if they're within, like, this sort of space normally. They will just try and eat each other. They're not friends, even though they're all related. And we'd like, why can't you just be friends? You're related, you stupid animals. Just hug it out. But no, they normally just attack each other. But this time, they're all beneath this bird, wanting the bird. They don't care about each other. So they're all cuddling up beneath it, like, we will kill this bird, well, it's the last thing we do. And then the bird flies through the house slightly, and like gets just outside the bathroom, clings to the fire alarm on the ceiling, and it's beautiful. It's just sitting there, and I'm like, hey bird, could you leave the house? And then there's the cats beneath it just sitting down, some trying to climb the walls, trying to get the bird. But when it flew through, the male cat that is hilarious and just beautiful, not the adult male, the younger one, still a brother to these other girl cats. The other male, I think I've said before, he's just sort of a different one that we got first. These ones were sort of adopted over time because, you know, neighbors had baby cats and we have most of them now. But yeah, like, the male one, that's not the eldest one, remember that. He's just a big crybaby. When the bird flew through over his head, he ran off. He was terrified. He peed himself. Not literally, but he ran off and hid under a chair. He ran off and hid under a chair because of the freaking bird. You're meant to be a cat. And you're hiding from a bird. Like, what are you doing, you failure of a cat? What cat hides from a bird? Sure, if it's a freaking eagle, but it was just a little black bird. He was bigger than it. It was like the size of his face. And he was just like, oh, run away. He was just such a baby about it. And then there's the females underneath it, like, we will kill you, we want blood. Eventually, I went to the back door, which by this point closed because it's an extremely windy day. And just opened the door, and then sort of went up to the bird and started to clap in its face. To be like, get out of our house, please, sir. And then he let go of the fire alarm, flew to the back door, and was like, freedom! One of the females chased it, the other two sort of stopped halfway down the kitchen, like, chase is over. It's gone. It's gonna escape. While the male cat, the entire time, was just hiding under the chair. It was hilarious. The other male cat at this point, he was just sleeping on a shelf in the living room. Just having the time of his life with the dogs. I'm thankful the dogs were in the room at the time, because there would have been much barking, and my ears, they probably didn't want to hear that, I'm gonna guess. I say probably, because I don't know, but I don't generally like to listen to dogs bark. Dog barking is a very irritating noise. Like, nobody likes listening to just dogs barking, especially freaking, like, chihuahuas. They can be some of the most annoying dogs when they're barking. No offense to anyone that owns said chihuahuas. God damn it, I thought I died. So, I gave up. Oops. But yeah, like, I'm sorry to anyone that has chihuahuas, but they're not the best dogs. They're not. They're not super loving. Yours could be, but usually they're not very loving. They're tiny, their bark is evil and high-pitched and just irritating, and they do it all the goddamn time. And they're just... why? They're just irritating, and they bite your ankles, and they're always angry. Like, I was watching a show on TV of a dude that does vet stuff. Some people like to call him a vet. Yeah, he's a vet, and he does vet stuff, and yay, dogs, and he loves dogs. And then there's this little chihuahua. He's just barking at him the entire time. He barks at everyone, and he bit his finger off. It's not a friendly dog. And then there's all these other, like, big dogs that you'd think, oh, I don't know if I'd stroke that. It's a bit scary. They're just the most lovable little babies in the world. Just a Rottweiler? Oh, give me cuddles. Then the Chihuahua's like, urgh. I'd rather own a Rottweiler than a freaking Chihuahua. Not just because, I'm a man, I can own a manly dog. No, just because I feel like it would love me more. And I wouldn't have to carry it in my handbag the entire time. Because, like, I don't understand that. Just walk your Chihuahua. It needs the exercise. Don't carry the thing and then dress it up. Jesus, like, dress up your cat when it has no hair. Because, you know, as much as it'll be hilarious, and cats, like, you can do it with cats. Cats, it's funny. Cats are funny. But because it's hairless and is probably a bit cold, especially if you have that in Britain, it's probably an extremely cold kitty. But on a chihuahua, no, it's a chihuahua. It doesn't want dressing up time, and it doesn't want to sit with your lipsticks in your bag. It wants to, it probably at least wants to, like, walk, you know? Probably wants to, like, use the legs that it has. It's not like a fish where it can't walk. It can walk, unless it's like an injured dog and it has to rest its legs or something, or has recently had surgery. Fine. But if there's nothing wrong with the dog, just get the dog out of the purse. Even though I don't understand why you call it a purse. It's like, a purse here is the place where the money goes, in the pocket. Well, not the pocket. It's sort of like a female wallet. And the purse goes in the bag. It's just sort of it. So, like, you know, always confuse me why they call it a purse. Like, why are American words just slightly different to everywhere else in the world? I've gone over this before, but they seem to just change slight things about how everyone else speaks. What did I do there? I sort of went through the air. I was like, okay, what do I do now? Pull up, and just flew straight into the ceiling. Even though I needed to swoop. I needed to swoop, not go splat into the wall. Idiot. Don't know if I'm getting progress in this video, but I've had a nice conversation so far, so I feel like it's going well. I did well a few times. Like, I've made it. Oh, that was a horrible death. I've made it, like, to 80, not 80, Jesus, I haven't made it to 80 before at all. Apart from in practice mode, but I haven't made it to, 70% that much, I'd say. I've made it to 70% like 2 or 3 times, or close to 70% at least. But I still get deaded every time. Partially because the first time I made it there, my brain was not prepared. Like, I made it to there very early compared to when I expected to, which was like never. Because, you know, I'm not necessarily the greatest at this game, or any game, really. I don't think I have a title in any game that's like, you're the best. I'm just sort of mediocre at games. That's my natural talent. I can be okay at games. I can't be a demigod at video games. You! God damn that bit. But yeah, I'm not a demigod at video games, but I think I average out overall the games I've ever played. That I've sort of just been okay at it. Some have been better than others, but I don't think I've ever, like, got on a game and just been like, I completely suck all the balls when it comes to playing this game. Unless it's one of those kind of games, you know what? I don't play those games. I've never played one of those games in my life. I don't plan to. Not really into that, but, you know, if you are, well done. Congratulations. You found something that makes you happy. That makes me happy in turn. I need to cough again. I can feel it. Excuse me. Okay, I clipped and survived. Probably because I started to hop out of the floor clippage that I was in. And then my brain realizes how much clippage actually sounds a bit like cleavage. Then I realized my mistake in my words. Which is like all my words. Because, you know, I'm not the greatest at English. I'm not the greatest at anything. I don't think I am the greatest at anything. Apart from being me. That's what people should say. It's like, what are you good at? Just like being me. That should be what people say. I clicked like 3 times and I got no height from it, and that makes me sad. It makes me sad as a human being. I don't want to be a sad human being. I want to be happy. It's all I want. Somebody make me happy. I'm a happy person, don't worry. I'm a happy person, short and stout. Here is my failure. Yeah, that's my failure. I wasn't planning to fail, because who does? But, you know, I spoke it up. I spoke it up. But I still don't think I'm the best at anything. Apart from, like I said, like, being me. Nobody can be me better than me. Even if you tried, it's difficult to be like me. And to, like, I was gonna say stimulate my thoughts. I meant simulate my thoughts. If you know what I mean. No. I'm gonna stop me right there. No. Just... no. Don't go there, me. It's not the smartest decision you ever had. Probably because you never have smart decisions. Oh, the self-defacing humor that everybody excuse me. Oh god, I'm off the oh my god, I've opened the news. No one likes the news. Oops, my bad. But yeah, like, I don't know why it didn't go down in that section, because you're upside down, so you click and you go down. For some reason it kept going up, and it really confused my brain, because my brain, when it sort of is understanding how I'm controlling a vehicle, is like, yeah, I understand what I'm doing, it makes sense, When something happens that goes against all logic, my brain just goes into meltdown. It's like, I don't know what's happening. Why is it happening to me? So when it didn't do the thing that my finger was making the thing do by pressing the clicky mouse button, my brain just went into meltdown. Like that episode of SpongeBob, once again. All the SpongeBob references today. Yeah, like that episode of SpongeBob, when he gets told to forget everything, and then he forgets his name, and then when he asks his name, it goes into like, what's going on in his head, and it's just, everyone's like, what's my name, I don't understand, and there's fires, and it's, oh, SpongeBobness. I have not watched SpongeBob in forever. I used to freaking love SpongeBob. Used to, like, watch it so rarely, because it was never on the, like, channels we had. And then occasionally you'd find it and be like, oh, there's SpongeBob! And then watch SpongeBob, and it was a good time. Except it came on extremely rarely, like I said. It was very rare to see the SpongeBobs. But I used to like SpongeBob, because, you know, it's SpongeBob. Everybody loves SpongeBob. It's probably one of the longest running shows on Nickelodeon or something. Like, when did SpongeBob first, like, air anywhere? And, like, still making episodes now. And they've had 2 movies. One movie was more recent and was in cinemas. Was the first one in cinemas? I genuinely don't know. I've only seen it like twice ever. Is there more films? I don't know. I know there's definitely 2. From what I've just said, there's definitely 2. Definitely. Like, I've seen the second, or the first one that I mentioned more. Well, not the first one I mentioned, because the first one I mentioned was the one that came out semi-recently. I've seen the other one more than twice. But once was when I was extremely young, and one, or a few of the other times, were because we have it on DVD now, and I was like, they have that still? Jesus Christ. My brain exploded. It really did. It didn't explode. Brains should not do that, and if they do, please, like, find your local doctor. And, like, tell them the sad story. I sort of didn't know what to do in that situation there, since I was going down too fast, so I had to click one more time, but then I went up too fast, and then I fly into a wall and go dead splat, and then I get sad. Excuse me. Less pain in the coughs now. Just more annoyance. Ah, I'm sad now. I'm not sad, don't worry, I'm happy. Like, I was about to say, I'm happy with life, but then there's bound to be someone that's like, well, at least someone is. Ugh. Just don't be that guy. Just be happy for other people's happiness, and then you'll be a happier person, rather than just complaining about other people being happy because you're sadder than them. Like, other people don't have to be sad just because you're sad. Sure, you could tell them why you're sad, and they can be a bit sad because of it. but don't intentionally just try and make people sad. That's just douche move. No offense if you are sad, but still, don't just try and make other people sad because you are also sad. Just try and find happy things, or just ask someone to try and make you happier or something. I don't know how happiness works. Oh, that bit sucks so much. So much suckage is had. I've made it there a few times. I don't know if I'm going to make progress in the video, but I've made it to that bit a few times. That's making me a happier person. Making you a happier person too, if you went from my advice, which you probably didn't. You probably just shouldn't take advice from people on the internet, unless it's like good advice. Do I give good advice? I'd like to think so. I'd like to think the advice that I give is the goodness. I'd like to think it is the goodness. But I probably do give some stupid advice. Partially because I'm a sarcastic Brit, but partially because I'm me. And me is not someone that you should listen to. That's a weird philosophical question. Philosophical? Is it philosophical? I don't know. Is the word philosophical? Or is it philosophical? I can't speak. This is why you don't listen to me. Because I was about to say I mutter my words. And I said I mutter my words. Jesus. Have you ever seen anything more like perfectly timed than me saying you shouldn't listen to someone and then just going blah, 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 blah. No, you have not, and that's because you do not know me. You might, but still, you. Excuse me, sir. Why did you fall down? I was doing the clicks. I click into the top bit there, so I'm always going from the exact same point with my hop, so death becomes way less likely. Now, sometimes I'm a bit off, and then I get like the death I had a little bit before then, where I went into the saw blade, because my first like hop was a little bit later than I would have liked. But that time he hopped, hit the ceiling. Instead of hopping again so he doesn't fall into spikes like an idiot and die, he just decided he wanted to go into the spikes and die. Again, I was slightly late on it, but I don't want to do the thing that makes it late, that makes it die, it makes it sad. It makes me sad, I tell you. Don't want to be sad. It doesn't make me sad. I'm a happy person, as I said. It just, it irks me. It irks me. Irk's a weird word. Isn't it spelled like I-R-K? I used to think it should be spelled U-R-K or E-R-K. Why does every vowel in the language of the English like think, I want to make an R sound? But I've opened like 20,000 tabs on Google now. Even though my mouse isn't moving and somehow it came off of the tab. But it made like 60,000 Google tabs. I don't want that many Google tabs. I don't want to go on Google right now, in all honesty. No offense, Mr. Google. You know everything and all, but still. I don't want to go on you right now. I'm not uploading yet. But yeah, what was I saying? Like, why do all vowels think they should make the sound? There's two exceptions. The letter O and the letter A. Because they make the R sound and the OR sound. But I, E, and U, they think when they're put with the letter R, they have to make an sound. Get your own sound! Jeez, it's not that difficult. Just go, ooh, ah, ee, even though half the sounds that it's made were other sounds that I had mentioned. And also, god damn it, dying there makes me really annoyed. Because I was doing so well, and that's an easy bit. Why I just press all of the buttons. But that time, apparently I didn't quite press the buttons to the game's satisfaction. So the game got sad with me, and then everybody's sad. Because I'm leeching off of their sadness. This is why you don't try and make other people sad to make you feel better. It's just not how it works. Because now I'm leeching their sadness, and then everybody's sad. It just makes everything worse. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the letters and the vowels that are stupid because bleh. Like when you play the game on my phone that I've mentioned, which is basically Scrabble, you find some weird words. I found out the word wang isn't a word, but the word twang is a word. Who thought that was a good idea? The word wang is used everywhere, and not just in China. Like, I'm not even trying to be racist by saying that. Like, genuinely, think of the word wang. There's two things you think of. Ooh, stereotypical Chinaman, which I'm not saying is the one that it is. I'm saying everyone thinks of just a man's phallus. That's just what everyone thinks of when they think of the word wang. But apparently it's not a word, and that makes me sad. But genuinely made me sad. But then I made the word twang and made me happier because I got lots of points. But still, like, how was it not a word? It blew my mind. It blew my freaking mind. But there's also, like, other stupid words I found. Like, if you have an S and E and a Q, you can make a word. You can get the word, like, sec, I would assume you pronounce it as. What the hell does that mean? There's not even a U in there. Q just has a relationship with the letter U. It's just how the letter Q works. I don't know why we've made a letter that's almost always dependent on another letter to be used. Like, that seems a bit stupid. Oh yes, let's have a new letter that just makes a K sound, like the letter K or the letter C, for instance. Let's make another one that does it, but also it needs to drag the letter U into it. And then they make babies and make letters. But then sometimes, no, you can have words like QI, which, like, is one of the most used words in that game with the letter Q, in all honesty. Like, you use that more than you realize. Use it more than you use the freaking word QU with other letters. Okay, like any other word that has a Q in it. That isn't like sec, as I said before. Not sex, sec. Now, you can't put an S on the end, and sometimes that gets me millions of points, and that makes me very happy, but still. I don't understand it. You can have... You can make two words with S-E-Q. You can also have esque. Like, there was one game, right at the end. Like, it tells you when there's no possible moves that you can make, which is very nice. You'd have to go around with all your letters, trying to find the one place where things can go. And it said there was somewhere to go, and all I had left was, I think, was a Q. And I was like, where the hell do I put this then? I can't see anywhere. There's no QIs anywhere, and that's basically the only thing I can look for. Like, just any, like, single letter that's obvious. Because there's no U's anywhere either, and I was really confused. So I started putting it everywhere until it, like, said it worked. And I put it next to ES and got esque, and I was like, since when has this been a thing? Since when have we had esque as a word? And what does it even mean? I don't know to this day. I should probably look it up. Because, you know, I'm not smart. And don't know what the word esque means. It's probably something I'll never use ever in my life. Because, like, I'm stupid. But still, like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Someone tell me in the comments, 'cause I'm not gonna look it up. I'm lazy. It takes effort to Google. Ugh, I don't like the efforts. But still, what is esque? It seems like a bit of a stupid word. Like, again, it doesn't involve a U. So, what's the point of the Q? You might as well just, like, had a C or a K. Since that's basically all a Q is. Just has a fancy little, like, ooh, I have to have this with me. The U is my bodyguard because people pick on me for my physique. I look like a G with a bit more, like, stuff to me. I don't know what I'm saying. But still, the U is apparently the bodyguard now. Or maybe Q is the bodyguard bodyguard? Bodyguard for the letter U. Because playing the game, now I think about it, the letter U sucks. It's my most hated, like, vowel now. It's just so awkward to use in words. A and E are my favourites. O is third. I can be a bit of a pain. Yeah, I can be a pain. Oh, that sounds weird. Since it sounds like I'm saying that I am a pain. And I can be, I guess. But the letter I and the letter U, they suck as vowels. The letter U is worse. Especially since it's worth 2 points compared to everything else is worth 1. So you want to use it more. But when you can't, it's just like, oh. Goodbye points. Didn't need you anyway. I'll use these other measly vowels. Like, it makes me want to like it, but because it's just so useless, I don't get to like it. I'm sorry, letter U, but just be more likable. Be more likable, letter U. This is why you have letter Q as a bodyguard. This is just how it works now. This is just what it is. The letter Q isn't even a letter. It's just a bodyguard for the letter U. And he's secretly called it K. And he can't leave the house anymore, the letter U, without him. So he has to take his bodyguard, letter Q, then he makes the word queen. And then everyone's like, oh, it's the queen, oh, say, can you see, da, 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 da. Is that even our national anthem? I don't know. It's probably not. It's probably like the American one or something. I think it is, actually. Yeah, oh, say, can you see? Don't know any more words. I don't know our one, for God's sake. When am I ever going to want to sing the national anthem? No offense to anyone who's like, oh, yes, you're not British. You don't even know the national goddamn anthem. You're a bigot. Yeah, but I don't care. It's a song. It's a song. Can't we just sing something more fun? Like, oh, this is the fancy song. Oh, yes. But can't we just sing something better? Like, no offense, it's probably a nice song. Not for necessarily something I listen to every Saturday night, but still. It's probably, like, not the worst song. At least it's not, like, every rap song. It's like, boobs and alcohol, la 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 la, Gucci Gang. Even though I actually don't think I've ever heard that song. I don't know much about rap, apart from there's someone called Big Shaq, and he sings, like, about numbers. And stuff. And there's someone else called Stormzy, and his voice makes me happy because it's amusing. Not in that way. Don't even start with the it makes you happy, does it? What do you do in bed at night while thinking about him and playing his songs on loop? I don't do that. I don't actually think I've ever, like, willingly, by willingly I mean I don't think I've ever actually looked up one of his songs. I was gonna say willingly, but then it sounds like I've been forced, and I don't think I've ever been forced to look up a Stormzy song either. Like, I don't think a song's ever come up. It'll be a bit of a weird situation. What do you want? I want you to look up Stormzy songs. I can't even think of one. That's why I'm calling it a Stormzy song, because I can't even think of one, for God's sake. Proving how much I detest the man. No, it's just I don't know any of his songs. Oh yeah, I know the Boots song, where he sings about his boots a lot. I don't understand that song. He's not even talking about his boots, he talks about someone else's boots. Like, you're getting too big for your boots. The song that sort of made him ridiculously popular. And I was like, this is really crap. That's all I was thinking, just like, why do children like this? And I don't think this is racist, but I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Like, that's not racist. That's just me saying I don't understand anything anyone who ever has rapped ever says. I tried listening to Rap God, and I was like, you what? I'm a I'm superhuman. That's all I understand him saying. Just like, that's not racist. He's English, for God's sake. I don't even understand what he's saying. It's just rap that I don't understand. Not the nationality of the person. Just the fact that they're rapping. And I'm like, what are you saying? Some well, I was gonna say some rap I like. That's a lie. If there's a bit of rap in a song, I can like it. I can still like the song. I remember as a kid, one of my favourite songs was Earthquake by Labyrinth and Tiny Temper. And I used to love the rapping bit in it. I used to just like be like, oh yeah, singing to the song because I don't really know the lyrics, but I'm singing anyway. I learned most of them. I learned most of the lyrics, like, yeah, fire, fire, we're gonna set this place on fire without a match or lighter. He apparently doesn't do girlfriends. So, doesn't he say all-nighters? And then other stuff. I can't remember the song, I haven't listened to it in years. But I used to love that song, along with, like, Party Rock Anthem, which recently hit, like, over 1 billion views, didn't it? And I was like, hey, got over 1 billion views, well done. And then you went into obscurity after you did that, and, like, Sexy Don't Know It. And Sorry for Party Rockin', which has a lot more swearing in it than the other ones. A lot more swearing, but I still had it on my iPod because I was a cool kid. It was the coolest of the kids. I was never a cool kid. Don't now think that I was a cool kid just because I said I was a cool kid. I wasn't a cool kid. I was the person that hung out with the cool kids because I was kind of friends, maybe slightly sort of, with the cool kids. But I wasn't a cool kid myself. Like, people would go up to me like, oh, you're freaking awesome. The only time that ever really happened was in, like, high school. Why did it go up when I started to click? I don't understand. Like, that was another moment of, like, my brain melting. Because I didn't do that thing. I started to click when I went through the thing. I waited for it as well. And it went up after I started to. But I was through the portal, so I should do that. Yeah, like, the only time I was ever, like, called, well, one of the cool words at the time, which was beast. I was apparently a beast, which at the time was like, oh yeah, that's freaking awesome. And do you want to know how awesome it was? It was that awesome that when I got home, I told my mum. That's how cool it was. It was quite funny now, think about it. Like, hey mum, guess what? At school I was called a beast. Oh my god, that's not nice. Oh no, it's cool, mum. It's cool to be called beast, because I'm a beast. And do you wanna know why I was called a beast? Because I was decent at the world's hardest game. Because occasionally, we had, like, maybe like once a month, a maths lesson. Or maybe even like once every fortnight, I can't remember. But we had this maths lesson, which would be on the computers. And if we finished all our stuff fast enough, we got to just play on the computers. And it was like really awesome, and we were so happy. So, booted up the world's hardest game. Played it. Had a good time. And people were like, oh my god, you're so good. As I'm like halfway through the levels. And it's like, yeah, you're really good at this game, dude. How are you so good at this game? You're so good at the game. And there's like, you're a beast. One of the cool kids said it. And I was like, oh, I'm so special. I didn't die from coughing, by the way. That was just what happened now. Because I'm dying from coughing. I'm not dying. I'm not. I can assure you, don't think I'm dying. Please, do not send help. I just have a bit of a cough. Oh, why did you die there? Oh, why did you die there? This is gonna be a long episode, I just realized. Guess I'll go to 100. Stuff. For some reason. Since, you know, I'm close enough. Close enough. I don't know if I'll do it in the next episode. Since, you know, recorded for a while already, and I still have a cough, so, you know, give me a break. But I've liked this episode's been fun. Just talking about random, like, stupid stuff. And the fact that I got called a beast once, and I felt like I could not be stopped. It felt amazing. It sounds wrong. Oh, I've hit the desk now. Sorry if you heard that. Since, like, the microphone bounced slightly. Since I hit, like, directly beneath where the mic was. Oh, that was a bad death. That death made me sort of cringe. I don't know why. It was just sort of a, ooh. That's not gonna look on your... Talk English, please. I was gonna say that's not gonna look very good on your resume, and I just went, I don't know how to English. Can someone teach me to speak English, please? I need to learn. I've never been taught. I hear it's very difficult and one of the hardest languages in the world because it's stupid. With queues of bodyguards for some reason. Okay, I'll stop. I liked that joke. It didn't really go anywhere and wasn't very good, but I enjoyed it. It made me feel beast. No, it didn't. It did not. Definitely did not. I definitely did not feel like a freaking beast upon saying it. I didn't. I genuinely didn't. Oh god, I didn't really feel like a beast playing the world's hardest game. Probably because it's not the world's hardest game. Like, there's clearly harder games in the world. It's a pretty hard game, but I've played harder games. Isaac, I would say, is easier because, like, I have so many hours in Isaac. I don't have anywhere near as many hours in the world's hardest game. I have over 700 hours in Isaac, none of which I regret. Yeah, that was a deserved death. I feel like if I spent as many hours in Isaac as I did the world's hardest game, it would be finished. Isaac takes a lot longer to finish, especially every save file. And by that point, you know... Jesus Christ. About 12 deaths occurred after that cough. Oops. And we want one more attempt after this, so... all or nothing. No progress is going to be made today. I just have an inkling. I think we're going to get, like, progress every couple of episodes. That's what happened last time. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get progress next episode. Because, you know... the section I'm at is really, really stupidly awkward, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Like, who designed it? Who designed that section? Was like, yep, that's an okay section. If you click slightly too early, you die. If you click slightly too late, you die. You gotta be perfect. We demand perfection. I despise it with every fiber of my being. Every last one. What? I was clicking the entire time. Why did he not jump? Why did he not jump? Why did he have to just go and die? Now I'm actually, like, slightly sad. I was like, maybe we can be really lucky and get, like, a tiny bit of progress before next episode. But no. That was awful flying. But yeah, no, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I didn't clutch it. Because it just didn't jump. But oh well, hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you're still enjoying the series. I know I am. I know this is getting a bit laborious, me doing the same, like, level over and over and over and over and over again, sometimes wasting episodes just because I can't get progress in it. But I hope you still enjoy. Pardon me, because I know I am. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya!